Well, hello. I'm glad you're with me again. I am going to introduce you to the subject via the series of short clips and some slides and some websites and such. But we're just going to get started now with this, what I hope to be short clip describing my version of the history of digital publishing up to a certain point anyway, and then we'll move on. But to reintroduce myself to you, I should provide my contact information and tell you that though I've been in the book business for a long time, I'm still relatively new to Wake Forest and am coming at you from my esteemed offices here in Digital Publishing World headquarters, where I'm not often sitting all day. I'm usually out running around talking to faculty, staff, and students, trying to help folks sort of learn, I guess, without putting too fine a point on it, on about the new way of working in a digital publishing platform. I sort of wrote the book on it in a funny little way. This is an early effort on micro publishing, if you will, describing how you can do exactly what we're doing, what we're talking about doing, which is to say, you know, small batch printing to a small targeted audience, ad hoc, at a low cost. And it turns out lots of folks on campus and outside of campus are interested in producing quality materials to large or small audiences, essentially overnight as needed. And publishing is where they first turn often enough. Publishing, according to the font of all knowledge, Wikipedia, is mainly about making information public. So if you are ready to go, you've got content or data, the world is ready for you. The history of digital publishing in one slide is doable if you think about it as an age-old profession, starting when people first learned how to write, I guess, and then the advent of the printing presses and such made people made that writing legible, essentially, to a larger audience than just one reader at a time. And we've been doing it, as a collection of societies for centuries now. If you think about it, the internet was born in the last century now. So we've, by this point, we're pretty up to speed on how to publish books. But when I have this long talk here about, I have the ISBN highlighted here, and it's because I have another spiel about the whole ISBN. But without the ISBN, we really wouldn't know what we're talking about. International Standard Book Numbers have been around now for decades, and we've got a lot of data on the kinds of books that are being produced and consumed and read, and we'll dive into that later. But really, no discussion of digital publishing anyway would be anywhere close to complete without talking about Amazon.com, and of course we'll talk about Amazon and e-readers and such, but it's worth noting that before Amazon, scholars, researchers, buyers, readers had trouble, getting the books that were even available. If they weren't on your bookstore shelves, you either had to wait or you missed out. When Amazon got Amazon.com came around, they promised the world's largest bookstore, and indeed, I think they delivered on that promise. Everything in print is available through Amazon.com. It was one claim anyway. I'm not sure that's quite true, but it's close enough. And indeed, Alibris.com came around, and I know something about Alibris.com, and when they complemented Amazon.com, we consumers got the best of both worlds. In print and out of print materials became available at your fingertips, not for free, but at a reasonable cost. As the supply of books went up, the price sort of came down. Now, we've got the cloud and storage of books, even in the world's largest bookstore is still essentially now unlimited. There are no problems, I'll just declare, with storage anymore. It used to be kind of tricky, file sizes and emailing and storing documents. And now, honestly, it's not. So we're in a good spot in the history of digital publishing, and we should start to celebrate it, which I guess we're doing with this course. So, to review, the earth cooled, and book selling and book making went from in print to on demand. And then, naturally, book buying changed from just in case to ad hoc. Libraries, for example, used to buy books hoping that someday someone would want them. Now, libraries and non-librarians alike tend to buy books at the point of need, in time, because they are more or less available constantly. So that sort of ubiquity of services and success has changed the publishing industry from an industry to basically a button. So everybody can publish something, everybody can distribute something, everybody can sell something, everybody can write something. You would think that everyone would be happy, since selection and service and availability are way, way up compared to even 10 years ago. And prices have sort of come down as the supply of books has gone up. But again, there are problems. There's no sharing, not as much sharing anyway. You can't really return an ebook, or can you? It's complicated. Revenues may be up, but margins are sometimes way down because everything's all decentralized now. People are buying books directly from the publisher. Publishers are bookstores. It's confusing. I hope to sort some of it out in the clips ahead and in the conversations to be had. Stay tuned, will you? Thank you for now.